Well, if you are a driver, you've been there, right? On the highway, and some of our highways in Quebec are not the greatest designs, right? Well, you've been on the Metropolitan. Have you ever been in the Metropolitan in the middle lane and there's 18 wheelers to the right and to the left of you, and you just grip that steering wheel like, oh my God, hang on for dear life? Well, what if there was a way to take away some of those 18 wheelers off the road, right? By the way, they're doing an important job transporting cargo. We need to do that. The mayor of Lachine has an idea to keep up with the transportation of our goods while putting less trucks on Montreal roads. Let's go to Lachine now and join Maja Vodanovic, the mayor of Lachine. Maja, great to talk to you again.
Great to be on your show, Elias. Thank you for having me.
So you have me intrigued, right? When I hear that there's, that we could do something here that would reduce even a little portion of that 18-wheeler traffic from Montreal Island roads, I'm in. I look into the details, and one thing that sticks out to me, it's an idea that has worked in other jurisdictions, and that's very projet Montreal, by the way. Look to Europe. What are they doing there, and bring it here. So why don't you tell us about this idea and what we're talking about?
Well, since the 1990s, even though we want to fight global warming, greenhouse emissions have tripled from trucking. They have tripled because there's so much online shopping. The world has changed. There's more and more trucks on the road. We need them, but how can we make it more efficient? We have never put in new railway systems. The last railway systems we have in Montreal date from the 19th century. And now we are about to change things. We're implementing the REM, we're implementing tramways, we're thinking about how to move people, but hey, how can we also move merchandise? Because we can do that on tramways. Let's think about it. They're thinking about it in the East End, where they have the Port of Montreal, and they're very good at the logistics of transport. But now that they're seeing the opportunity that the government is investing, hey, can we do it? Can we interconnect all these industrial spaces that we have and bring it, especially the small cargo, the UPS, the little packages, can we somehow move that with the tramway system and interconnect the different metro stations and the different REM stations and take away the trucks from the road? So it's at the beginning phase now. Yeah.
Okay, but I more into the details here. So basically, it's a tram for cargo. But I want to know more specifically, because you mentioned you mentioned the deliveries that that are happening and the online shopping. I get that, but to me, a tramway for cargo won't remove the trucks that are doing the last mile delivery. So what traffic would be removed by a cargo tram? Like give me an example of something that would be on the roads right now that wouldn't be if we had a cargo tram.
Well, I'm thinking we have now 2 Amazon warehouses that are being built in Lachine. One is done, one is starting. So that is huge. So all those trucks will be going from Lachine to somewhere, around Montreal. So and probably across Quebec. But a lot of them are going downtown. Could we work with them? And we will have a meeting. Could we work with them? Could we work with UPS to at least get them from Lachine to downtown by tramway? And then we figure out how you understand? Get all of those off the roads.
I totally understand now, Maja, because, to be honest, I've got a package that was supposed to be delivered yesterday. I got an update this morning. It was delayed. It's going to be delivered today from UPS, and it is traveling from the west to downtown, to their station downtown, in order for the last mile delivery to me in my home, right? So that makes a lot of sense there. Now, where is this we're with Maja Vodanovic, by the way, the mayor of Lachine, talking about a plan for perhaps a tram for cargo in the city. So, Maja, I guess the question I have is, where do you see this working in other parts of the world? Like, what is your template and how is it being used well in another part of the world?
Okay. In Switzerland, what they're doing in Zurich, they're using it to transport recycling goods. So there's a lot of tramways there, and they have a special one that's connected to different stations, and it moves, and it's working quite well. Mm-hmm. They tried to do one in Amsterdam, which was a very, very complex system that was to bring merchandise to shop. and they did it for many years, but at the end it didn't really work out. It was very complicated, and people didn't really, there wasn't enough investment or money or belief in it. It was a few years back. Mm-hmm. And there's one in Dresden right now in Germany that is for Volkswagen parts. And France is looking into this because they also want to improve the travel of online shopping. So
Gotcha.
People are looking into this because it's new, this online that you can call and someone will deliver you mascara, the day of.
So can I ask you, would this piggyback, because you mentioned that we're building REM lines and we're building tram lines. So in your mind, this piggybacks on an existing line, like the REM line to the East End. We could also have on that same line a cargo train, or would this be a separate line?
I know that for the REM, it's only for passengers. That's something that I was looking at when we were looking at the differences between REM, tramway, and buses. But on a tramway, you can put cargo, but not on the REM. It's very complicated because
and that's the plan for Lachine right now, right? Is that there will be a tram
yes.
going to Lachine. That's in the books.
Well, it's in the books. It's 800 million has been secured for it, and 20 million now to start the studies of the opportunity that we have now with the engineers to see how it's going to go, how it's going to connect to downtown. But now I'm going, if we bring in tramways, well, maybe the tramways could be the interconnections for the metro stations and the REM stations, and at the same time, not just ship people, but ship little packages. Wow. So that we can have different points of pickup. Because, right now it's a problem for Amazon, for instance, that the packages get stolen because they leave them on the front doorstep. Mm-hmm. And not everything can go through Post Canada that brings it to a little, to your local pharmacy, and then you can go pick it up. But can we have little pickup depots at the end of the tramway stations? Anyways, this is all
interesting. Yeah.
Ideas.
Well, listen,
it's ideas, but we need a think tank.
And I'm in favor of efficiency, and I'm in favor of anything gets trucks off the road as well. So interesting idea, Maya. I look forward to seeing the progress.
Thank you very much, Elias. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care, Maya. That's Maya Vodanovic, Mayor of Lachine.